Welcome back. So, Mediareach OMD, West Africa and Central Africa's media specialist. As they call themselves #1 independent media specialist, focusing on development and providing media planning, first-class media planning and buying services to international clients across the sub-region. This year, there was a competition, a media competition, and Mediareach produced the winners. Some of the winners came from Mediareach. The competition in the sense that the Young Professionals West Africa Championship, which held on Sunday, March 18. And the winner from Mediareach, Jokoni and Emmanuel Adediran, who grabbed the title of Young Media Pro for 2017. The runner-up, although not officially announced, were Dolakwa Ajayi and Jalil Adedoyin, again from Mediareach. So Mediareach kind of like...
well, clean sweep.
Okay. They said Mediareach said their third team, represented by Toyin and Tokwe, pushed their limits too, and the jury loves their framework and the way they laid out their strategy. So Mediareach would have collected all their awards. Now, the winning team would now represent Nigeria at Cannes in June 2017 for the Young Lions Media Global Competition. Okay, so we have Jokoni and Emmanuel Adediran in the studio to tell us about this Young Media Pro for 2017 and what they plan to go and do at the Cannes. Welcome, champions.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so Emmanuel, tell us about Mediareach OMD. Let's start from there. You're part of a bigger team, but just tell us about the organization.
Okay, Mediareach OMD is actually West and Central Africa's #1.
I said that. So tell us
it sounded like it was self-acclaimed. It's actually, we're #1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arguably.
We stand corrected.
Okay.
It's actually #1 because we have ratings and all of that. So,
okay.
Yeah, and being a part of the organization, this is my 3rd year. It's actually been really awesome. Working with the best for the biggest and best clients as well is also an experience that has been quite rewarding and inspiring and exciting at the same time.
Okay, Joko, you've been there how long? How many years have you been with me?
I've been there for 1 year and 8 months.
1 year and 8 months.
Yeah.
And
you're winning awards already.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us what strategy what kind of environment did Mediareach produce or give you to help you get to the point where you beat the rest of Africa? For this?
West Africa, yes.
Okay. So what kind of environment did Mediareach provide for you?
Mediareach provides an environment where you could learn, and they also push you to your limits. So we're able to work under pressure and thrive under pressure. We also, training is very important in Mediareach, so we are always taught to reinvent ourselves. We are best in class, but we keep pushing the limit. We're not best and then we relax. We're best, but we always want to maintain that. Mediareach has won this award for 8 times. Yeah. So it goes to say that we don't just relent or get comfortable. We push our limits, and it's something they've taught us, and it's very evident in everything we do, basically.
Okay. What was the competition about?
Exactly.
Okay. So the competition usually is you get a brief, like a normal brief, but it's not a marketing brief. It's to solve a problem or an imminent problem in the country. So this year's brief was for drug abuse. It's something that is, it's increasing every year among youth. So the brief was from PSN. That's Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. Yeah. So they identified 2 culprits, which are tramadol and codeine. So we had to come up with a strategy to create awareness to tackle
that drug abuse,
yes.
Not this drug abuse.
No, exactly. So it was to address it. Yeah. So people, when you hear drug abuse, you actually think about cocaine, but then people are actually consuming these substances that you could get over the counter easily, and it's causing a lot of damage. So we had to create awareness that these things are actually killing our youth, killing our women. We actually came up with an insight, or we came across an insight that women are actually the most affected by drug abuse. You really won't think about it. And in the northern region.
Surprise.
Yeah. It's
women.
Yeah, women in the north.
The particular ones we worked on were for codeine and tramadol because the challenge was that they are prescription drugs, But the abuse of these drugs has gone on for about 5 years now, and it's really on the rise. And people don't know because they just feel, oh, it's a prescription drug. When we're talking drug abuse, we're looking at cocaine, heroin, marijuana, and the likes. So the focus of the brief was for us to come up with a strategy that would actually turn the light on this seemingly unnoticed culprits that's actually been ravaging our country. And women from the north are actually the most affected by this.
I didn't even know that codeine still existed.
It does. Codeine, tramadol, and all of that. We also found out that most of the reasons why people turn to these drugs are because of this euphoric effect it gives them. You know, this temporary escape from reality. You know, and women around those areas actually fight with the likes of depression, abuse, and all of that. So they turn to these drugs in a bit to just, get away from this feeling, and also it actually makes sense why women are actually most affected by.
So you're off to Cannes in 2 months. In June.
Yes.
Now, what are you going to present in Cannes, or is it the same work?
Yeah, so you get a brief. It's a similar process. So you get a brief for something like a cause. So it might be
NGO.
For an NGO. So it might be poverty or like a problem in the society.
You haven't got that yet?
No, we haven't gotten it. We get it. So you actually get it in 24 hours. So you get the brief today, and then you come up with a strategy in 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yes, that's how it is.
And you work in teams?
Yes, in pairs.
Just two.
In 24 hours?
Yes.
You have to come up with a women.
And then what do you do? You do a presentation?
You do a presentation,
So in this case now, you're going to be presenting to the rest of the world?
Yes.
Exactly.
In 24 hours?
In 24 hours.
Strategy. Let's just say, let's assume they say what you did, now take it up to the global stage.
Yeah. It's actually a 5-minute presentation.
It's just 5 minutes.
You know what? Let's demonstrate. Let's just see how you do it. Just present to us. Let's see.
We'll need our presentation.
We need our presentation.
No.
Just talk them through what it is.
Let's just start with the presentation.
I think we should just talk them through what like the
just do the presentation. Leave the PowerPoint thing.
Okay, cool.
All right, 5 minutes you have to make the presentation. Right now you have only 1 minute.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a culprit in the shadows, and this culprit is responsible for the problems we have in our country. It's been strongly linked to most of the social vices that we have in our country, Nigeria, and women are not also left out from this culprit, as more than 50% of our target audience are actually affected by this culprit.
Okay, so it also compounds the issues in northern Nigeria with the Boko Haram. Women are also depressed and they need to find an escape from it. So our objectives are clear. It's just to turn on the lights on this culprit
in the shadows.
So that was basically our first
intro.
slide. Yeah,
intro. First slides, and then from there, of course, if you had a presentation here, you would actually be able to relate with what we're saying.
No, actually.
So you're representing West Africa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. How many other zones are going to be in Cannes?
From West Africa.
No. You represent West Africa.
Yes.
We have well over 50 countries
represented.
for the young. As of last year, it was over 50. So this year, of course, it will actually even be more. So you have 50 young professionals, media professionals from 50
countries.
More than 50 actually, because it's like the what do you call it? The Grammys of media and advertising in the world. So,
so
the best of the best.
How is Nigeria going to benefit from all this, your waka to Cannes?
Well, networking is something that we will do. We'll also learn. So it's not just the presentation. So there will be trainings. We get to meet other people, meet like minds globally. And at the end of the day, we could adopt what they're doing globally, locally as well. So that's what Nigeria, part of things that Nigeria will benefit from it.
And of course the exposure, it just makes you realize that you're not in a silo, you're not, in a world of your own, you're part of a global community. Exactly. So whatever you're doing here, you also find it has to have local relevance, but you can't lose focus on the global scale, and we're really positive that we're actually going to win the Cannes at the global stage. So of course that will be
in what way can one prepare for that kind of presentation?
And what I always say is that the principles are the same, like locally and globally. They are guiding principles. So for you to come up with a media strategy or a marketing strategy, they are guiding principles. So it just depends on your creativity, how creative you are, how well you can communicate your ideas and your objectives. So there's no preparation because you get there and you get
what's
a brief.
in you that's squeezed out, because you have less than 24 hours to come up with it. So if you don't have.
How long do you, from the time you arrive in bed?
Yeah, we are preparing.
No, hold on.
Yeah, I mean,
You just said that the principle is the same.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really take anything. But now you say you are preparing.
So
what do you say? What do you mean by you're preparing?
Mediareach is a place that's constantly training, and
the pace
changes very fast. The global pace changes really fast. So we have trainings, we have development that we do internally to keep preparing us for every single day. So that's why I say we are preparing.
It's an ongoing.
It's an ongoing thing. It doesn't end.
Alera, want us to give them a brief? Pongwem. Yes, Pongwem. Okay, that's you when you got the award, right?
No, this was at the office.
At the office, when you came back.
Management, yeah.
Okay, with your bosses.
Yeah.
Would they be going with you to the cans?
Well, no.
No.
Just the two of you.
Yes.
Okay, well, good luck then, and bring the trophy back to Nigeria, because Nigeria is doing a lot of work now on its image, so any little bit will help. So all we can do is just wish you all the best, and I hope that you bring it back.
Thank you.
One more big thing for Nigeria. So we won the media trophy from Cannes 2017. Hip, hip, hip.
Hurrah. Like, what's his name? Gringo will say, hip, 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 hurrah. All right, thank you so much, Jokoni. I want to thank you, and Emmanuel Adediran. When you go out there, keep shining that light.
Thank you very much.
Keep being the best you can be, and keep preparing well. I'm sure your bosses are really proud of you.
Well done, guys.
Well done.
Thank you
Thank you very much.
All right. Sunrise will be back in a moment. Please don't go away.